You may think you already know everything about Death Valley National Park. For instance, you might know that Death Valley is home to Furnace Creek, which holds the record for the highest recorded temperature of a creek at 134 degrees Fahrenheit. But I bet you didn't know Death Valley got this title because of an inexperienced recorder. There are still plenty of interesting things to learn about this wonderful place in California. Death Valley is found in both Nevada and California and is the largest national park in the continental in the US at almost 3.4 million acres, despite popular belief that this title goes to Yellowstone, which only consists of 2.2 million. The lowest point in the US, Badwater Basin, is one of the most popular attractions of the park. The valley gets its name from miners who travel the region in search of gold and silver. Many structures remain in the park from the old mining town, including Scotty's Castle. The building was built by Albert Johnson as a vacation home, however his friend Walter Scott convinced the locals that he built the luxurious estate with money he made in the surrounding mines. Scott is also responsible for much of the tourism that led to the formation of the national park. In the early 1880s, borax was discovered in the area surrounding Furnace Creek. This led to several major investments in the area and the formation of the famous 20 Mule Team, still used in advertisement today. The mules were used to transport large wagons filled with borax down the 165-mile path to more developed parts of the country. These teams were short-lived, however, lasting from 1883 to 1889. Once the mules were out of commission, they were replaced by the Death Valley Railroad. But by 1927, most of the mines were dried up and shut down. To save the railroad, the Pacific Coast Borax Company opened the Furnace Creek Inn, a luxury hotel in the heart of Death Valley. While the inn itself was very popular, it did little to save the railroad because in the large expanse of Death Valley, people preferred to use their own cars. In an interesting turn of events, the company that did so much development and destruction in Death Valley became the main advocate for its preservation, albeit for selfish reasons. The operators of the Furnace Creek Inn realized that the main attraction of their hotel was its location, and as such needed to be kept up. They realized that a national park distinction like the Grand Canyon had would both preserve their natural lands and possibly bring in even more tourists. The NPS director at the time, Stephen Mather, had been an employee of the Pacific Coast Borax and had declined to help for fear of corruption allegations. When he was succeeded by Horace Albright, Death Valley National Monument was founded in 1933. In 1994, it rose to national park status. There are many man-made and natural attractions in Death Valley National Park. Many remnants can be found of the various borax mines, for instance, and Scotty's Castle still stands on the property, however it is closed due to thunderstorm damage through the fall of 2021. Death Valley is also known for its interesting geological features. The unique exposed geography of Death Valley has aided many investigations into the history of the surrounding area. Aside from the aforementioned Badwater Basin and Furnace Creek, another well-traveled attraction is the Devil's Hole, a detached portion of the park located in the Ash Meadows complex. It is the only natural home to the endangered Devil's Hole pupfish, as well as a large variety of other protected plants and animals. One of Death Valley's biggest attractions is its fame for being the hottest place in North America. This is true, with summer temperatures often peaking above 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. If you aren't used to the harsh climate, the best time to visit the park would be in the winter or early spring when temperatures are a bit lower. This extreme heat is caused by a never-ending cycle, which because of the heat, not many trees are able to grow. Without trees, there's nothing to block the heat from reaching the valley, therefore resulting in harsh temperatures in the summer and more mild ones during the rest of the year. Despite the heat, Death Valley is an amazing landscape with a rich history that should be on any explorer's bucket list.